It's Thursday the 8th of September 2016 and I'm at Upshire in Essex to do a walk along the Three Forests Way long distance footpath. And there's a view of St Thomas's Church, Upshire. We're not actually on the Three Forests Way as yet. And from the end of the churchyard, great views towards London. And there's a war memorial plaque at the entrance to the church. There's one on the other side to the First World War, but the light is such it's impossible to photograph. Now joining Three Forests Way, which goes across this grass verge. Just diverted off the path to a gate where there's this astounding view looking north. Now heading along this road for about 250 yards. Now leaving the road, I think that was more than 250 yards, and here's confirmation that we're on the Three Forests Way, and that's the way ahead. Now crossing Cobbins Brook on the Three Forests Way. The way forward is across that field. Now heading up the side of this field with lots of pheasants in the hedgerow. And a decent view looking back the way I've come. Now passing this barn at Parkhouse. That's the way. Now heading uphill away from Parkhouse. Decent views over to the right. And looking back into the valley of Cobbins Brook from where I've come. At this point we cross to the other side of a hedge and continue with the hedge on the right. We now head along this enclosed path. We're now at Epping Long Green, a detached part of Epping Forest. And the Forest Way sign you can see, that's an alternative path between Epping and Hatfield Forests. It's an alternative to the Three Forests Way. And that's Epping Long Green, which we now turn right along for about a mile. Now heading along the wide Epping Long Green towards the village of Epping Green. The wide peacefulness of Epping Long Green. Still on Epping Long Green. Now passing the Traveller's Friend Inn at Epping Green. Three Forests Way leaves Epping Green along this narrow path beside a brick wall. Further on the path opens up to these tremendous views ahead and to the left. Tremendous views. Great views looking back. I've come across the valley. Now heading along this track. We now turn left along this track. Further on the track becomes less overgrown. Still on the Three Forests Way. We now come to this main road in Nazing where we cross and bear left. We now leave the main road along this path down there. The path now becomes a narrow trod, presumably leading to Nazing Church. Now heading across this field with a hedge on the right. Now heading across this field to a road and Nazing Church. Now passing the beautiful Nazing Parish Church. And there's a view of Nazing Parish Church Tower. Beautiful. The walk leaves Nazing Churchyard by that stile, and just across there, some splendid views. The path from the church descends and becomes hedged. Further on the path joins this fairly overgrown hedge track. We now come to this road in Roydon hamlet where we turn left for about a quarter of a mile, a little bit more than that along roads. We eventually turn right off the road along this driveway. Three Forest Way turns left into an enclosed track and then comes to the Kissing Gate ahead. After the Kissing Gate, the route bears right to follow the edge of this field, the right-hand edge, to the stile ahead. We come to another field where we follow the right-hand edge. Three Forest Way still following the right-hand edge of fields. The path continues beside this hedge, and now with astounding views over to the left. Unfortunately, I'm pointing into the sun. After going into a dip, Three Forest Way follows this path, still along the right-hand side of the field. We've also been following the route of the Stalked Valley Way for a while, and the path with all the right-hand edges comes to this road. A few yards along the road, we turn left along this path. More right-hand edges of fields, still on the Three Forests Way. Decent view over to the left. We turn right across this footbridge and then left. Now with a hedge on the left. Marvellous views ahead and to the right. And there's the path ahead. The path now heads downhill through some woodland. Still on the Three Forests Way. At this point we turn right along here. Now heading down towards the Stalked Navigation. Now on the towpath of the Stalked Navigation. I think I came down onto the towpath a bit too soon. I think I followed the Stalked Valley path rather than the Three Forest Way, but the Three Forest Way goes along the towpath for a mile to Roydon station, which is where I'm headed. Pleasant view along the Stalked Navigation. And now at Roydon station, and the end of today's walk along the Three Forests Way.